Hi everybody, I am Tavia. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, you guys, I have a new video obviously. So I'm gonna be doing 24 random unpopular opinions that you didn't ask for. But I'm gonna give it anyways. Let's go ahead and get it. Oh, before we get into the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that post notification so you can be notified every single time that I drop a new video. Guys, also comment down below any video you want to see me do or try. Old, new, challenges, it doesn't matter. Comment down below and I'm going to try it. Now, let's go ahead and get into the video. Should I do like 24 to 1 or 1 to 25? 24. It doesn't matter, I guess. Let's go ahead and get started though. Number 1. The internet makes controversial people popular or famous for entertainment, and people wonder why they may not actually have a good personality or be decent human beings. That's the first one. I don't know if that's strong or not, but that's my first one. You guys will make any and everyone famous, literally sometimes, and then y'all cry about the fact that they're horrible people. Like, that's just what it is. Let's go ahead and hop right into number 2. These next two, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the K-pop industry music is not good anymore. That's my number 2. I just think that the shift that is happening is not it right now. Like, the music is not the same. It's not good. I think people are so focused on making one part of the song one part of the song sound good that it repeats over and over again, to the point where it may even make people tired of the song, but the overall song isn't good. Like, we're not listening to the full song, but we know that one little part, and I don't think that's good, because that's not what makes, I feel like, good music. The good music should be, I will listen to this song from beginning to end through. It's in my playlist. A lot of the stuff that's probably popular on TikTok, people aren't probably really listening to it like in real life. Like, it's not on their playlist. They're probably not bumping it in their car. They're probably not in the shower listening to it. And I think that's the difference. Number 3, the K-pop industry lacks talent right now. Back then, you guys, I feel like there was so much talent. Like, too much talent. Like, it was really like the battle of the bands. Like, there was so much talent, like, that was like just within the space, that you were like, oh my goodness, they're talented too though. Oh, but this group is really talented. Like, you had kind of no choice in some cases to kind of follow everybody, because the talent was overloading. The songs were overly good. Like, there was so much talent, like, just everywhere. But now I just feel like it's not like that anymore. I feel like there's less talent. There's also not that great music. Like, I think it's too many not great things happening at the moment, that people, and I feel like the companies now are focused more on good looks, and then people who are already famous. They're like grabbing people who we kind of already know, or somebody already knows that has a fan base, and just throwing them in groups now, because they want pre-popular groups for real. They don't want to like start it from the bottom, now we hear a moment anymore. Like, I feel like that is no longer a trend. You have to already be popular. You already have to have money or something along the lines of that. There were so many groups back then who had people that were really fighting to be famous. I feel like now it's not a fight. If the people who are fighting are probably the people that are trying to be, that really are starting from the bottom, versus the people who are like rich or are already extremely successful and now coming in. I think the difference is there. Number 4, a lot of people are in parasocial relationships with their favorite artist, celebrity, and more. This is a big one. I think the way that the entertainment industry is right now, they set up that way. Before, you used to like a song, probably don't know who the artist is for real, or you used to like artists because they made a couple of songs. But now it's about who knows whose birthday, who knows where people are, where their house is. And I think that's crazy. Like, I think that's crazy to me, that you're spending so much time like searching up people, where people are, like whether they're on flights or not, where they're gonna be. And it's not because they're holding a concert, it's because you're stalking them. Like,
You're not ashamed of yourself. Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
a lot of you guys are obsessed with the people that you follow currently. That's just what it is. And I can't 100% blame you, because I think a lot of artists now are giving fans so much access to them so you're able to speak on everything, you're able to know everything, you're able to be a part of everything. And I think a lot of them aren't drawing the line that, yeah, you guys made me who I am, but you shouldn't be this involved in my personal life or even in my music. Because what makes good music sometimes is the artist putting themselves in their songs. So you guys giving too much information or like too much opinions on what you think they should or shouldn't do, I think messes up the authenticity of the creative process of making music, and that ruins everything within itself. Let's go to the next one. We on number 5. Telling the truth don't matter anymore. The telling the truth does not matter anymore. I don't agree with this, but like, it's the truth. People are more focused on who can lie better and who can make you believe the lie more. That being truthful or telling the truth doesn't matter anymore. People are shamed for being truthful. People are called mean for being truthful. The truth no longer matters, and I think that is scary because nobody is fact checking anymore. Nobody's using logic anymore. Nobody's critical think like, the truth doesn't matter anymore. And I think that's a dangerous time to be in, but that's where we are right now. Number 6, being delusional is the solution for everything. Now, I think this one can work 2 ways. Too many individuals are being delusional about stuff, and people kind of hype it up. Yeah, be delusional because it's okay to be delusional. And I feel like in all fun and games, sometimes I'll be like, if it's not hurting anyone. But I think sometimes people are becoming like, the delusion is getting scary. Like, it's progressing to something that can be bad. And well, the word in general is pretty bad, but like, it's when it's not fun and games anymore and it becomes a safety situation or more, then it's no longer haha kiki. Okay, number 7, being mean for no reason is the norm now. Okay, this one I need to put the phone down really quickly. People are mean on everything. Social media, like in the comment sections, on YouTube, everywhere. And just for no reason. And this is my thing. Nobody isn't saying don't engage. Nobody's saying don't give constructive criticism. Nobody is saying that. But what I am saying is this. Being mean just for no reason other than the fact that you have a keyboard and you can type and freedom of speech is a thing, I think is nasty. I grew up like hearing like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. And I think people don't have nice things to say, but they still say it all the time. There's levels to it, but you guys be mean, like, and so backhanded and condescending, and not y'all, but like the world. And I don't comment on like, I think things all the time. I think we all do. I think that's like that's being a human, right? But everything you think doesn't need to be said or typed or commented. Like, some of you guys don't get that anymore. I don't think that's like a thought process anymore. 8, I feel like everyone has always like been numb to what's going on in the world, but I think the numb level is increasing. Like, I think we're like, so, oh, it's just another bad day mentality, that we're not even fully aware of sometimes how horrible things are. It's just like, oh, well, it's a Tuesday. And I don't like that. I think sometimes I sit back and I realize like how big things actually are. But when you first hear it, you're just kind of like, well, this always happens. It's a slippery slope of like, some of the worst things that can happen in life, you're just going to turn around to it and be like, desensitized. That's who we are. We're super desensitized right now. And I'm kind of scared. I don't like that. I think no human should be this level of this desensitized. And I'm not going to speak for I don't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like everyone is experiencing it. Because I think we could say, well, kids are starving, and people are like, kids been starving. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, that's like kind of mentality everyone have, and it's because we have normalized so many things that should not be deemed as normal. I think this is number 9. If I'm wrong, we're gonna have it on the screen. Common sense is not common. Some of you guys may be like, oh, this is a big one, or we already know this, but I think we need to say it again. Common sense is not common. And every time I see more of life and I talk to more people and I watch more things, I realize more and more that common sense isn't common. I don't know if there's a specific thing you're supposed to deal with a child or an adult or whoever to kind of like make things start like moving in your brain to make it common sense common. Like, I don't know what needs to be done, but it's less and less common and more people don't have it. And it's called common sense, and I think that's the craziest part about it, that something that's called common sense that a lot of people don't have. There's something a little bit more positive. It sounds bad, but we're gonna get there. Hateful people win more battles than good people, but good people always win the war. I feel like this, I want it to be a little bit hopeful. This is like my thought process. I do think hateful people win a lot of battles to the point where you kind of look at it, you're like, oh, there's no point in fighting back. But I think ultimately good does win. You're not gonna win the battles though. You might not win the battles, I'm not gonna lie. You might lose a lot of those. But the war, like, they might win battle 1, 2, but you might come in and destroy them completely in 3, and now you're the official winner. Oh, well, they won 2. Yeah, but they didn't win the last one that decided everything. So I think that's what I just kind of want to say. Sometimes the first 2 aren't, and I'm not going to say they're not important. That could teach you how to better things or change stuff. But sometimes the last thing is the one that matters more. Number whatever. A lot of people apologize because they get caught, not because they're sorry. And you can always tell, because if you look at like some content creator apologies, if you look at YouTuber creator like apologies, if you look at TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, when they get caught up on something, they apologize. But a lot of them are not sorry, and I wish more people would just say that they're not sorry instead of getting on camera, with the sad music and with the I just wanted to come on here to be remorseful on everything that I did with you guys, and I'm just sorry. Like, cut it out. You're not sorry. It's okay. You're not sorry though. Like, to put it on the act of being remorseful for something that you're not remorseful for, like, people can see through that, and I think I've seen through it so much that sometimes when I watch apology videos, I just be saying her like, you're so sorry. I felt it here. Like, no, you're not. Like, it's okay. You're not. Well, it's not okay that you're not sorry. We need to probably check that out. But, like, don't lie about it, though. Because I feel like people always realize. And you can tell because there's always people in the comments like, they're not sorry. Like, there's always people in the comments like, why would you even make a video like this? If you wanted to apologize, you could apologize another way. Like, we've seen so many instances like this. And some people are genuinely just not sorry. Next one. We're hitting families. I don't know why, but we are. A lot of people are staying in toxic relationships because children are involved. I don't know who needs to hear this, but that's the truth. They use children as a cripple or as a reason as to why they should stay, even though they should have been gone a long time ago. Next one. Healthy. I think I really need to say that. Like, healthy 2-family households are the only successful household. I don't care what nobody say. Some people say, oh, you just need 2 people. No, you need a healthy 2-parent household. If it's not a healthy 2-parent household, I promise you those children are suffering. That's just flat out. Next one. Staying in 2-family household. No. Staying in toxic marriages and partnerships will always hurt the kids. That just is what it is. You don't believe it right now, but I'm telling you right now in this moment, go check on the kids, because something is wrong with them in some capacity. Anybody who don't understand that or believe otherwise aren't paying attention to what's right in front of them. And a lot of people often do this because they think that, oh, well, I'm doing it for the children because they need. Oh, the camera's overheating. Sorry guys, my camera's overheating. Yeah, but like, it never works out. So like, stop with the notion of, well, at least we were a 2-family household. Like, if you guys are toxic, it's not gonna matter. Talking back in a black household is just opening your mouth, you guys. Literally, it does not matter what comes out. The fact that you even fixed your mouth to say anything other than yes ma'am, sir, or whatever the case may be, you're automatically talking back and being disrespectful. People don't want to admit it, but that's the truth. Sometimes just doing oh is enough for them to be upset. That's just what it is. And people don't want to admit that fact, but it's the truth. Let's start being truthful, you guys. Let's talk about this one. People aren't having children because they see how damaged the previous generations were and how much that impacts us now. A lot of people aren't having kids because they're cleaning up the generational curses that have been moving through generations for such a long period of time. And now the bricks on their shoulder are so big that they gotta keep knocking them off until they're finally gone. That's the truth. I personally don't want to be passing anything on to my children. So I got a lot of cleaning to do as far as what needs to be fixed and how I want to build my life and etc. And I think a lot of other people have that in mind as well. So while some people just have kids, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. It is, because these are human beings that are going to be affected, and these are human beings that are also going to be going into our society. And if we aren't doing our absolute best to ensure that they're going to be their absolute best, well prepared and etc., then we're going to continue to have failed societies of failed things happening. And I'm not saying everybody's just going to be perfect, but we should. So I want to say this. My next one is dating nowadays is a game that you play until you get tired or you don't play at all. That's all it is. I'm not gonna sit here and say nobody dates seriously, but I think the pool is closing tightly. Like there are less and less people who are dating seriously. Is more and more becoming like a game versus what it was. Next one. Nothing was ever truly traditional. It was all illusion. That's my next one. That sounds big, but if you pay attention to history, you would agree. People talk about certain things like, oh, one of the biggest examples, having kids out of wedlock. They have been having kids out of wedlock for as long as we can remember. Pay attention. Some people be getting married. Some people then were getting married after finding out they were pregnant. You just couldn't see it in the pictures because they would like, let's get married right away. We gotta hide the fact that they were doing what they weren't supposed to be doing before we got to this point. And that was always happening. So just look at everything and just pay attention, and you'll slowly but surely realize there are a lot of things that were not traditional, or the reason why it's considered traditional isn't exactly ethical. My next one is love isn't enough to sustain a relationship. It just isn't. There's so many other factors. So people who say it's all you need is love, that's a lie. There's so many other factors that are extremely important when it comes to relationships, and you need way more than just love. I want to challenge something really quickly. Communication is not the key to a good relationship. I think comprehension is. You can talk to somebody all day, but unless you're comprehending what's being said, unless you're understanding them, then none of it matters. You're just having mindless conversations about absolutely nothing that you're not and you're not retaining anything. So instead of communication is the most important thing, I want to say comprehension is. Y'all understanding each other and understanding what's being said to each other and knowing how it's being said. Those are the things that are more important. I have 4 more left. You can be a victim, but that doesn't mean you have to live life like one. It gets you nowhere if you do. Okay, some people may not agree and I can understand it, but hear me out. It could be true that you're a victim, but sometimes when you have a mentality that you're a victim, you get locked in a box and you don't even realize it. You cage yourself at that point after you've been caged and you've been released. And you realize how much you're crippling yourself and how less you're going to be able to accomplish. So less about what other people did to you. This is like a you thing. And I'm saying this off of experience. Step out of your victimhood for a second, even though you should be able to really feel whatever it is and how it affected you. Step out of it after. That's what I'm saying. Step out of it and really live life and and fight for what you want for in life, and things will switch and you will see a difference. So that's what I mean when I say even if you are a victim, don't live in your victimhood, because you won't get anywhere. And even if the odds are against you, you should still fight. Don't give up. Because in order to live a good life, or any life in right now, you need to work hard. You need to, give it your all. Because one thing I can say for me personally, I never want to live a life of regrets, of not trying, of not doing, or considering doing. So just go out and do it, even if you feel like you can't try it anyway. Next thing, we don't give enough credit. I feel like it doesn't exist really anymore. Okay, I had to change my battery, but let's go ahead and continue. Next one is, community is more important than we give credit, and it really does take a village. I think we, or maybe it's just, okay, when I say we, sometimes I'm not just talking about me, but like I'm saying, I feel like as a society, the community-based things are changing. I think less people believe in community, less people trust community. And if we want to talk about what that means behind the scenes, I think I can get into that in a video. But I do think community still is good. I just think we need to build stronger communities, more trustworthy communities, and etc. And there could be a shift, but I don't think we give communities as much respect anymore. But I think they're so important and they are needed. But I could understand like the other side of it. So that's my take. I have two more. So number 23, blood is not thicker than water. That's my take. Blood is not thicker than water. Loyalty, love, and respect is, or are. I don't believe the notion that like anybody could be your family, anybody could be your people, anybody could be your trust ones. So the idea that blood is the only way to go, that's the only way you're gonna make it, that's the only way you're gonna get, that's not true. Sometimes the people that love and care for you the most is not related to you, and that's just a fact of the matter. Because when you love on people in general, sometimes that's just like your life or who those individuals are. So remember that sometimes you, not that you should throw your family away, but sometimes certain family members don't deserve to be around. That's more so the message. The last one, we're on 24, and it's, don't expect people to be who you want them to be. Expect them to be exactly who they are and place them where they belong. This is a big one, you guys. Unpopular opinions that you didn't ask for. This one, when it's, I want to say this is more for me. Some people maybe didn't relate to it or that thought process, but put people where they belong. If somebody show you they're a snake, put them on the other side of the gate, because that's where they belong. Somebody show you there's something else, place them where they need to be. Everybody has a designated area or space that they should be in, and sometimes we try to place people in spaces that they don't belong, and we expect them to be this great thing, and then when they don't and they fall short, we feel away. But honestly, I'm slowly but surely starting to realize, instead of having expectations for people, because some people they do well in like rising to the occasion because that's who they are. But instead of expecting people to be what you want them to be, I think it's really important for us to allow people to be exactly who they are and then place them where they belong. And if you feel a way about where you're placed based on what that person may think you belong, I don't know how to help you with that one, but at least that person don't have any expectations for you anymore. And if you feel away, maybe you need to like do some like deep diving on like who you really are as a person, and what that does that mean for your friendship with that person, or what does that mean in the sense of how does that affect your friendship. But that's my biggest that's my last one. So without further ado, that's all. That's everything. So thank you for watching my 24 unpopular opinions that you didn't ask for, and I'll continue to give them. If you relate to anything that I said, go ahead in the comment section and tell me what you related to. If you are if you have your own unpopular opinion, go ahead and comment it down below. I might even comment, underneath you guys' post, and just kind of chime in on what you think. Comment other videos you want to see me do, and go ahead and once again just want to say like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the post notification so you can be notified every single time that I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm signing out. Bye.